All this production of goods is aimed to ultimately reducing Nigeria's importation and increasing foreign direct income, but not without meeting up with the required standards. AGOA at BOI steps in to assist SME operators.
Greener, summer, they have to look the same. So when you've looked at that too.
The 38th month training program by the African Growth and Opportunity Act's arm of BOI tagged A Day with NAFDAC.
I have a natural skincare company.
The discussion is centered around analysis and registering of products and exportation requirement. The agency's Deputy Director for Food Safety and Applied Nutrition, Mrs. Jane Omojokun, reads out some of the requirements.
Then the application should be submitted 3 weeks prior to the date of intended exportation. That's the minimum. Applicant shall indicate the following: name of exporter, manufacturing or warehouse site address, product intended for export, that's the quantity, net weight, pack size, should be specified, batch number, expiry date and manufacturing date, consignee's name and address. Then 3, the applicant shall present photocopies of the following: registration certificate with Nigeria Export Promotion Council, shipping documents, that's your NXP forms, pro forma invoice, phytosanitary certificate from plant quarantine, if what you are doing has that, export order, quality specification by the importing countries. I told you about that, so we'll analyze to suit where you're taking. Agrochemicals used in growing and storage of the commodity, packing list.
Expectedly, questions follow. One question dealt with registration of multiple products and the issue of discount.
You can't have a discount because really, for the imported, that's $750 they tell you at the gate. It's for imported one, they pay that. Yours is highly, highly discounted. What you're paying 50 for, it's paid 750 for the others to register. You're paying 50 to register, but they pay 750. It depends. Some drugs may pay much higher because you know there's their fees, like the analysis. The agency tries to get from very good source. If you have a bad chemical, your results will be wrong. And most things you have to have a credible source, and it will be money. Most of them are imported directly from abroad, where those chemicals, to be sure the results are. And all these analyses are already highly subsidized because, you know, it costs good money. Even the equipment, you have to maintain them, you have to train people.
The participants were also not comfortable with the fact that they have to carry out product analysis on their own, and then NAFDAC will, before registering it, carry out the same analysis.
Just to be sure that what you say your product is what it is. So you have to tell us what your product is by giving us the analysis you've done. And because we're safeguarding and promoting public health, we have to confirm that what you say your product is. That's why we do it. So as a matter of fact, if we could trust yours, we probably wouldn't do ours.
This move by BOI is another in its efforts to encourage micro, small and medium enterprises operators to groom themselves in the right direction for export. The Bank of Industry wears many hats. As a development financier, the activities of commercial banks affect their operations, directly or indirectly. So, BOI meets with chief inspectors of banks on risk management. Chief inspectors of commercial banks, the individuals posed with the responsibility to assist in risk management as an independent third party. This meeting is hosted by the Bank of Industry, represented by the Executive Director Operations of the bank, Mohammed Al-Khali. He speaks on an aspect of risk which is ignorable.
Risk comes in various dimensions. We only pay attention to those that are serious, and we ignore those that we think will not impact on that seriously. And sometimes those ones which we know might happen, but because the occurrence is not very frequent, we ignore them.
And for the unignorable risk, some tips on managing it, which has been lacking before now.
The level of synergy among department, units, and virtually still, not there. Everybody doing his own business. It's only what they're trying to call it. Let me check what's there. And again, there's a lack of ownership of that risk, who was it, how it started, and all kind of stuff. It doesn't try to maintain the process.
The chief inspectors are not unaware of the challenges facing them in managing risk in the global economy, and they are ready to embrace the modern method.
The banking industry has undergone a lot of changes, and the way we have done risk management in the past is no longer applicable now. If you are going to do risk management the way you did it in the 40s, the banking industry or the banking system will collapse. So the technology has come into play. Electronic banking is what we have today, and you cannot be ticking the box as you used to do. A lot of the risk management practices that you have now have to take into account the technological development, the improvement in the financial system, and all the crises that have taken place, in terms of new products being introduced, and generally the level of risk in the industry has actually increased, that the traditional risk management practices will no longer do anymore.
So much happening at the Bank of Industry, so we'll never run out of stories. Let's continue next week. I'm Ine Thompson.
It's happening on Metrofile. All you need to know in the social circle, the events, the places, and the people. Catch all the excitement on Metrofile
every Friday at 11 p.m.
only on Channels Television. Metrofile, glitz and glamour.
Ladies in white with stylish umbrellas at their business. The object of their attention is fish. They are to ensure that it is clean for processing and subsequently consumption. Although this is a normal process followed in homes, the slight difference is in the cautiousness to cleanliness and the packaging.